Welcome, everyone. Welcome to day 10 of ReInvent Yourself 9. Today is such a beautiful day. A very good evening, very good morning, very good afternoon from wherever you're joining us. Let us find a spot where we can relax ourselves and sit in meditation for the next 30 minutes. Today, the topic that we have chosen to think about, to discuss is power of words. What is Vaakshetra and gratitude? So we're going to talk about these three beautiful topics. So let us prepare ourselves to sit in meditation for the next 30 minutes. We'll wait for one more minute before everyone join us and then we'll begin. Until then, you can prepare your surroundings, your space as per your comfort, as per you like it. Every time, because now that every day your timing is set, it is always recommended to freshen up before you join these groups, these meditation groups. Clean yourself, freshen up yourself, wear a fresh clothing. So all of that helps you shift your energy. If you make up your space, dedicated space for your meditation, for your sadhana, for your sajjan sangita, like how we're discussing with each other. So it just creates the environment, it just adds to the energy of it. So you can make your sacred space. All right. With that, let us now come in the position of Anapanasati meditation. Clasp your hands, fingers into fingers, cross your legs. You may open your legs, straighten up your legs, but cross them. Make sure they're crossed. Gently close your eyes. If you're wearing spectacles, kindly remove them. And now, slowly becoming aware of your breathing, how your breath is going in, how your breath is coming out. One more breath in and out. One last breath, deeply taking in and out. And with that exhalation, feel your entire body shifting, calming down, relaxing. With your next breath, just be with your natural, gentle, soft breath. Simply witness this happening of incoming and outgoing breath. No force required. the silence. Just go deeper and deeper within yourself. Each breath. Let it naturally happen. No imagination. Simply feel. With each in-breath, you are allowing this gentle, soft, luminous light entering in your body. And filling each cell with light. And with each heartbeat, you are allowing all the heaviness, all the distress, all the fear, all the doubts dissolving. Let it naturally happen. Let it go. Let it all go until all the heaviness is out and you're finally meeting and becoming one with the light, your inner light. Simply let it go. Be the witness and just be with your breath. Right in your heart. Life. Yours of in. Your mind is remains. And now, I invite you all to take a deep breath in and exhale. Feel your body again. Feel the energies, the heaviness of your feet, of your arms. Bring a soft gratitude into your heart for yourself, for your inner light, for your breath, for this beautiful, wonderful meditation, for the inner light that you are, that you always have been, waiting to recognize. And whenever you feel ready, you may unclasp your hands and place them on your eyes, and you may open your eyes. Welcome back, everyone. Welcome back to this wonderful day today. And let us all clap for a wonderful meditation today. Thank you, thank you, thank you. I request, if it is possible, kindly open your video so that I can see you all, interact with you all, and just become one with this beautiful community, this group energy. Thank you. Thank you, Shanu. So good to see you. If anybody would like to share their experience of today's meditation, please go ahead and let us prepare ourselves for today's beautiful, really, really transformative subject. Like how in the beginning, I talked about that today we are going to talk about 3 interlinked topics: power of words, Vaakshetra, and gratitude. They may seem simple at first, but when applied and when understood deeply and consciously, and when applied with awareness in your daily life, they completely shift your reality. Thank you, thank you, thank you. You can sip some water, ground these energies that we have just received, and bring ourselves back in this moment for this topic. So namaste. So let us understand what word. We all know that words are not just for communication. By now, we all understand this part that words are not only the mode of communication. They are they are building tools of, of the creation itself, right? How many agree with me? How many of you agree with me that words are not just for communication? They're actually building. They are actually the building blocks of this whole entire creation, the reality that you are experiencing. Why? Because this universe works on vibration, and words are vibrations. They carry energy. They influence how we think, how we feel, and how we act. They are not just randomly spoken. You have thought through it. It's just that we don't realize that we're thinking before we speak. because there's so much going on. So it just happens. That's how they shape our reality, because we become our words, we become our words. And I'm going to talk about unspoken words as well. What is unspoken words? There are unspoken words. There are multiple scientific and spiritual experiments done, which I want to share before we get in deeper into this topic today. I want to bring these experiments before. I'm sure few of you might have heard about this wonderful scientist from Japan, Dr. Mariso Emoto. How many of you heard about him? And the experiments that he have done with water. We have always mentioned him in our sessions. I just read the chat. Sneha is saying words can break you or make you. Amazing. Absolutely. Very truthful. Let me quickly share my screen and show you the experiment that I'm going to talk about. Give me a second. I have to bring that image up and share. Yep, now I'm going to share. Okay, are you able to see my screen properly without any disturbance? Admins, please let me know. Okay, now thank you. So all of you can see it. Now here is the experiment that Dr. Maruso Emoto did. So what he did is he took water in different bowls, and in one bowl he spoke to the water with a lot of love. He used the word love and gratitude. He spoke into that water, and he saw that the crystals, he saw under a microscope that the crystals formed in that water, he freezed it, and he saw the crystal formed in that water was so harmonious, so beautifully creating. The patterns were so harmonious, so beautiful. Whereas the water where he spoke words like harsh words like hate, fool, the crystals became distorted and chaotic. You can all see in this photograph. See how compassion, thank you, wisdom, all these words creating a beautiful crystals. And whereas the whereas the water that was exposed to heavy metal music, see what crystals were formed in that. I'll kill you, you fool, water before and after Buddhist. Okay, so you see, so that was experiment, that was one of the experiment done by him. There was, let me stop sharing. There was another experiment that has been conducted on cooked rice. So one jar, there was the rice were cooked rice were placed and labeled at one of the jar was labeled as you know I love you, and the another jar was labeled as I hate you. So the scientists, the experimenter saw that the jar that was labeled as I love you, the cooked rice stayed fresh longer, and the other jar was the cooked rice were decayed faster. Another experiment. There are a few more experiments that I want to bring up. Another experiment was done with vegetables, fresh vegetables. So uh, they observed that the vegetables that were exposed to loving high frequency words and music stayed fresh longer. But whereas Those vegetables which were exposed to shouting, or a neglected environment where there was a lot of harsh words used, those vegetables decayed faster. Now, another experiment on animals, the experiment done on animals that was seen, so some rabbits, it was seen that some rabbits were exposed to the environment where they were continuously, they came across a harsh language. They were not spoken gently, they were spoken very rudely, very harshly. They were maintained very in a very bad environment. And and one slot was spoken to very gently, very nurturingly, very carefully, and it was seen that there was a evident, difference in their behavior, in their moods, and their health. So words just not change our moods, change chemically or hormones, it also biologically affect us. So remember the first experiment that I talked about, water. Now we all know that we all are 70% or plus water. So imagine the words or the unspoken words that stays within us. What impact they might do to our inner body, to our body, to our bodies, right? So I just wanted to bring these experiments before, for us to open ourselves that these are not just theories. There are multiple more experiments done to prove how impactful words can be. And in my latest understanding, in my latest learning, I was reading this book called The Karma and Reincarnation by Torquem Sidarian, where I got to learn that your emotions, your suppressed emotions, crystallized in your auric field, your energy field. So the emotions that we are not regulating, that emotions that we are suppressing, they are crystallizing in our aura field. And that's how our auras keep changing. The days that we are heavy, that feel heavy, that is because a lot of emotions are being suppressed or irregulated within us. So your words can also purify your auras. And this is also once said by Patriji. And it all makes sense to me now. Moving forward, now that means the more conscious we are with our words, both spoken and unspoken, the more powerful and clear our energetic field becomes. This affects not only to our mind but also our relationships, our work, our health, our manifestations, and our spiritual evolution. Have you ever said to anyone, I love you, with this expression or with this feeling? I love you, yaar. I really love you. Have you ever said that? Or you say, I love you. I really love you. Why? Why don't you say like, I love you, yaar. What to do? I love you. Why don't you speak like this? Because that is not the emotion that you feel while you are in love, right? But if so, you're understanding. So when you're feeling that emotion, when you're feeling that word love, your whole body, your whole inner self is lighten up. It's elevated. You're in higher frequency. You're not depleted, you're not crunched. You're elevated because you're feeling it. So that's the power of that word. But if you're not feeling it from inside, and you're translating it, you're saying it to someone, but it's not resonating from within, it will not translate to others. So for example, you're not feeling that gratitude, you're not feeling that love for somebody from within, and you're saying, no, I really love you. Even if your expression, if even if you've mastered your expressions, and you can change your expressions and say, your energy will not translate, it will not reach to that person, because the words carry the whole vibration. So it has to resonate from within. That's how the affirmations doesn't work, because you're just repeating them as words. You're not vibrating on those words of affirmations. So gratitude is a word which opens your heart. So if your heart is closed, if your heart has doubts, if you have doubts within, if you do not trust, that gratitude, I'm thankful will not work, because you have doubts with that, along with that chanting. So the gratitude word is a that word itself carries a lot, a very heart opening energies, vibrations. So every word is a vibration, but it must resonate, it must vibrate in each cell of your body to actually manifest in your life, to actually feel it in your reality. You're getting my point? Am I making sense? So if you really want to feel that the words that you're speaking out loud, you have to actually completely embody that. And you see the change. I'll give you an example. I'm bringing a lot of examples today in this session to make it crystal clear. Okay, now let us go back to very basics to understand what are words. Words are vibrations translated into sound. They are how thoughts become form, how the thoughts form. Thoughts are just in our brain, in our mind, in our being. But how they form, how because the vibration, the sound is added to that thought. So it makes a form. Before anything is spoken, it is first thought. Before anything is thought, it is first felt. And the words we use, whether in our speech or self talk, is directly reflect and reinforce those thoughts and feelings. So it's all interconnected. Words define our reality. Think about it. If I wake up today and I say that I have a feeling today is going to be a hard day, what did I just do? I just framed my entire day on that feeling. And I'm gonna see through my entire activity, no matter what happened, through the lens of that feeling. That it is going to be a hard day. But what if I wake up, I am feeling that heaviness, I am intuitively feeling that it somehow, something is going to, I'm feeling it. Now I'm not gonna ignore that feeling. Please listen to me carefully. I'm not gonna ignore that feeling. But how can I change my reality now? I think, today is challenging, but I am going to grow through this challenge, and I can see myself walk past this challenge. I can see myself walk past this challenge. What did I just do now? I'm not ignoring, I'm not blindfolding myself with the positivity, with pseudo positivity, or creating the false reality, because I can feel it. I can see some challenging. I saw an email which I know is going to be bring that challenge to me in my coming hour. So what did I do? I just changed the statement, the whole energy around it. That I'm gonna grow out of this challenge, and whatever the challenge is gonna come, that is making me grow. And I can see myself walk past that challenge. So now you are elevating yourself. You just empowered yourself. The first statement was disempowering, and the next statement was uplifting. You were looking forward to it. You knew you can take it up. So that's how you change your reality. You do not blindfold yourself. You don't do pseudo positivity. No, no, everything is good. No, no, it's not going to happen. I'm going to close my eyes and the lion in front of me. I'm going to close my eyes. Lion is not going to eat me. No, that doesn't work like that. You have to bring the confidence. You see the lion, you know that I do not mean any harm to that lion. That lion is not going to harm me. You might, okay. Suddenly that thought is coming, so I'm going to share. You might have seen or heard about this experiment that people do in many therapies, in many in movies. You must have seen people making other people, therapists making other people walk through a hot coal. How many of you watched that? And so just imagine if you're walking on that hot coal, and you're just imagining yourself. If you are told to imagine, no, no, you're walking on a very wet, soft grass, will it work for you in that moment while you're walking on that hot coal? It will not. It will confuse you, and the experience of that will be worsened, because you cannot fool what you're feeling. But if you take that challenge, I can feel the heat below my feet. I can feel that heat, but I can also see myself walk through that without any harm. That brings such a great power within you that you will walk through it, and it will not even make a difference in your reality. But if you let the fear in, of course you're gonna just fall off. You will not be able to complete. But if you're gonna bring pseudo positivity, no, no, it's a green grass, it's a wet grass, you're gonna confuse yourself, and the challenge and the experience of that walking will become more harder. But if you accept the reality as it is, and you believe, and you choose the words that, you know what, I know and I can do this, that will shift the experience of that reality. That's what I wanted to share. Now, moving on, what is Vaakshetra? Let us understand Vaakshetra. In Sanskrit, it's a Sanskrit word actually. So in Sanskrit, Vak means speech, and Kshetra means field. So Vaakshetra is simply put together field of speech. It is the energetic space where your words operate from. How many of you seen Inside Out? It's a Disney movie, and if you have not, please go and see. I see Paridhi raising her hand. Hi, Paridhi. I see Neha raising her hand, Shanu raised her hand, and Suma is saying yes. So you must have seen there in that movie, there were a lot of like a house. Every emotion, every memory, core memory, there was a house of every core memory, right? Where all the activities were taking place. That's how the Vakshetra is. It's a field, and all your unspoken words, your spoken words are doing its magic there, are being created over there. All the recipes are being made, cooked there. So that's where the seeds are being sown, and that's where the flowers of whatever the seeds that you sow are blooming. So we prepare that field, and we can change that field with our conscious choice of words, and conscious choice of words that we consume also. So if you listen to hard rock music, if you remember, Paridhi shared that music in the session of why music for meditation. She shared this experiment of different kind of musics. So if you add words to that along with that music, and if you're consuming that, how much impact it's gonna do to your inner field. And that's kind of seeds that you sow in your Vaakshetra. And that you're gonna give out. You don't even realize that is the energy that you're gonna give out to others in your outer reality. So let's go more deeper. So, but Vaakshetra is just not about spoken words. Like I said, it also includes your inner speech, the constant dialogue you have with yourself. It is actually that. The thoughts you repeat silently, the words you use to define yourself, that's all part of Vakshetra. Vakshetra is a sacred garden. Your words, it's a sacred garden where your words are seeds. And the beliefs and the clarity are its bloomings. So if you want beauty, if you want clarity, if you want joy, if you want abundance to grow in your life, you must be mindful what you are planting, what kind of inner talk you are creating, what kind of inner seeds you're sowing in your Vakshitra. Because that's what is um that is what is flowing in your each cell. Let me give you an example to illustrate this, to picture it out for you. Imagine you have some guest coming to your house. Now, without realizing it, you have held old beliefs that the people are critical, those people who are coming in your house are critical and gonna pinpoint each and every mistake that they might find in your house. They'll judge you, they'll comment on you. No matter how much you clean your house, they're gonna come and find one wrong thing and make you pine about it throughout the day or even rest of your life. If you have that belief, you will make yourself crazy in cleaning the house multiple times. Even if your family members come and say, hey, you have done enough, good, rest now, it's all clean, it's crystal clean. No, because that belief, that fear is there, you will keep repeating it. Now what happens, also the inner dialogue, sorry, I forgot the inner dialogue. What will be your inner dialogue in that? I really hope they don't judge me. They always find faults. I hope this time I'm able to, um, reach the scale of their satisfaction. Now, what happens as soon as you hear the guest coming, you enter a state of panic. Oh, they're coming. You start rushing, you start micromanaging, shouting at the others. Hey, did you do this? The work is done. You have already done it 100 times. You've repeated it. You've seen it, checked it. But when the situation is approaching towards you, the panic is on its peak. So what it is resulting in? You're shouting on others, you're micromanaging, you're panicking, the anxiety levels is at peak, because the inner dialogue is like, they are gonna come, they're gonna pick, pick point the faults, whether it's there or not. So this isn't done right. This isn't right? This whole situation, this whole scenario wasn't right. But it happens. We all have been there. We all have been that panicking moments in our life. Why? Because in that moment, in that situation, before it happened, we already stated out the scenario. Our old beliefs made us feel that this is going to happen, and let me prepare myself for that. So my inner dialogue made my whole body react to it, the situation before it happened. So whether it's the reality or not, whether they're gonna point out the faults or criticize you or complain to you, you have made it happen in your reality. So the inner field, your Vaakshetra is full of fear, full of pressure, full of self-judgment, and you're reacting out of it. And that is what happens in all the scenarios in our life. If you believe that the boss is going to come and shout at you while you're presenting your uh, your report or your plot, before even he sees at you, even he looks at you, you're going to believe that you have messed it up. That's your inner dialogue. That's your inner belief. That's not the reality. That's how everything in our life happens. Now, I want to bring one of the quote of Patriji over here. He used to say, our thoughts and our words create vibrations. If you think negatively and speak carelessly, you are disturbing your own energy body. But when you speak consciously from the place of awareness and kindness, your energy field becomes stronger and clearer. So that's how the confidence, if you feel the confidence, even before you speak, your energy speaks, confidence speaks in that meeting. So words are not just about how you speak, what you're speaking, it's also about the energy that you're carrying. That's how you shift your energy with unspoken words. Now, what is gratitude? Lastly, like how in the beginning I was telling that gratitude carries a simplest energy of being open. Gratitude is one of the most powerful emotion that we can cultivate. It is not just about saying thank you. It is a state of being, like how I said before, a frequency, a vibration that opens up for receiving. You can't be grateful like this, yeah. I'm so grateful. Like how I'm just repeating this, but it is important that it's being repeated today. You can't be grateful if you do not trust, like uh for example, you say that I'm grateful of my relationships, but in your heart you have just fought with your partner, and you say I'm great. You can't say in that feeling, you can't say I'm grateful of this relationship. You have just fought, you have all the anger, your all the resentment, or all the that story of disagreement in your heart. you cannot feel gratitude in that moment, right? So how to shift that? When you accept, when you open yourself, that okay, I know we are disagreeing right now, but I'm really grateful that you are here, where we can, have this room to communicate with each other and see different parts of the same topic. One scenario I'm bringing, one scenario you are bringing. So I'm grateful that I have an opportunity to see different angles on the same scenario. I'm not coming to any conclusion, but I'm grateful to that this understanding that I have different scenarios to look at. And I'm gonna take time and see what my inner being is resonating with. So what did you just do? You did not just create your reality on the behalf of what was your experience. Disagreement. You took that moment to bring openness in your heart to see more beyond what you were experiencing in that moment. So that gratitude opened your field to receive more information, more possibilities. So when you are in a state of gratitude, your energy becomes magnetic. Why? Because gratitude acknowledges what is already good. It sends a signal to the universe that you are aware, you're appreciative, and open to abundance. And in our abundance class, Paridhi is going to talk more deeply about this. Gratitude is also healing. It reduces anxiety, shifts the focus from lack to presence, help us see the good even in difficult moments. That's what I was talking about. The power of right speech. Let us bring our focus over there. Right speech is not about being polite or diplomatic. Let me be clever and speak rightly so that everything that I want to happen happens. That is not the right speech. It is about being it is about being aligned. When your words match your truth, they carry power. That is what we have been talking about till now. So if you want something to happen, you don't have to be diplomatic. It must align with your truth. If you truly believe it, that is how you're going to make it happen in your reality. When we define our emotions, experiences, our beliefs using negative or limiting language, we amplify those limitations. For example, saying I am always tired, what it is reinforcing is fatigue. So whether or not you are exhausted, it is this repetition of I'm always tired is creating fatigue, and you will be always tired. You have no, yeah, your levels are not low, but they will become low. And when you're gonna go and get tests, you're gonna see the result, and you're gonna, you know the cycle of fear and all of that will start. But where the seeds were planted, through the words, through the inner talk, that's where the seeds of that problem was planted. And with the repetition, they're just growing. That's how the neuroscience work. That's how, in this book, the placebo effect. Read this book to understand how our words are impacting our body, and how through our beliefs, through our words, we can also heal ourselves. So again, so if you're saying I'm broken, what you're reinforcing is pain. So these words are creating those emotions, and those emotions are creating those diseases or those problems in your body. So instead of saying all those words, if you shift consciously your language, your inner talk, you shift your energy. For example, you say, I give myself time to rest. What you just did, okay, you were feeling tired. So instead of repeating that, what you just did, you changed, you shifted that experience. You say, I'm going to give myself time to rest. So the whole experience, that language shifted your inner reality. You're going to take a pause. You're going to take a breather when you said that. Okay, I can rest. I give myself permission to rest. So that tiredness, that fatigue that was creating or might have created in past by repeating that just shifted into pause. That's how you shift through your language. Last, very important topic, that is inner speech. The inner invisible sculptor that we all have. That inner speech that we have is a inner sculptor. It's building everything invisibly. So let's go deeper into inner speech or self-talk. This is the conversation you're constantly having with yourself, whether you are aware of it or not. Most people have a repetitive patterns of self-talk. Like I was just talking about this example of, the guest coming in home. The self-talk was, I'm gonna get scolded, I'm gonna get caught, or I'm gonna get pined about what's not even there. So that self-talk made the inner reality as panicking or self-doubt or self-judgment, right? So all the time we're having this self-talk while cooking, while driving, all these things that we are on autopilot mode. There also, that most prominently on those moments, we are always talking to ourselves while we're driving. We're on a autopilot mode. We know how to drive, we are not using our mind, but the inner conversation that we are having in that moment define everything. The accidents that happen are not because of why the rash, because of the whole chemistry and biology, and that is being taking place in that person's reality in that moment. While you're cooking, again, you're cooking, the method, the recipe, so you don't have to look for the recipe or put your mind to it. So in that mode, you're cooking, you're kneading the dough, and you are having a self talk. What all happened in that day, who did what, especially in the kitchen, and you're putting all that energy into the food that you're cooking. So keep a check on yourself. What is the talk is that happening when you are not using your mind? Now that you're meditating, now that you are regularly meditating, you have this beautiful cultivation of self-awareness, and it will help you see the inner dialogue more clearly. So now you can actually make a difference in that. So take this opportunity and see those, and redefine those inner dialogues. If now just now we talked about, if your inner dialogue is, I'm always tired, change it with, I give myself permission to rest in this present moment, not in future. Let me just finish this and I'm gonna resting after that. No, no. In this present moment, I give myself permission to rest. So you shift your reality in that present moment. There's no future. Yesterday only, Paridi was talking about this. Past is absolutely defining your present, but your present is defining your future. So you can change your past as well with your inner dialogue. How? Because past has created your beliefs. So if you change your inner dialogue right now, it changed whatever hurt you, whatever has made you make that belief. It just was changed. That memory, that core memory in your brain has changed. So if somebody has disrespected you or betrayed you or some any experience which has made house in your energy fields or in your subconscious mind, if you change it, the inner dialogue about that, if you change the belief about that, that memory has completely changed, because now you have moved past that. So with that, I'm gonna open the forum. There's a lot that I can talk about. The basics, like I'm not good enough. These are the very prominent talk or dialogues that we talk say to ourselves. I'm not good enough. I don't think I'll be able to lead meditation. I don't know. What if I do something wrong? These are the dialogues that I hear when somebody, when we push somebody to, why don't you lead meditation today? And this was me. I'm not talking about what others are doing. Let me talk about what I do. This was me. Absolutely me. I don't think I can speak. What if I fumble? What if I say something wrong? I use wrong language. So what I'm doing is, whether I know the topic or not, what I'm doing is my inner dialogue is preparing me to fail. So if I tell myself, no matter what happens, even if I do mistakes, it is okay. I give myself permission to fail, but I'm gonna do it. So you changed the reality. And if you walk with that confidence, that is how the orators work. That is how the leaders work. They are humans. They will make mistake, but they are walking with that confidence. Then they accept the failure before, accept the failure as in, not that they're gonna fail. They accept, okay, if it happens, I'm still gonna do it. That is the confidence. So change your inner talk, and that's going to change your reality. With that, we open the forum. Before we open the forum, I would like to bring Paridhi, and I would love to have a message.
Well, you said it all. I have nothing to say. Thank you, Nandini, for this beautiful presentation. It was amazing. And yeah, I would love to, for anyone who would like to share. Um, and if you have time, Ziva wanted to share about the 4 types of thinking. We didn't cover that in our classes.
Oh,
So,
but that's tomorrow. We
oh, that's
have
tomorrow?
power of thought and intention
Okay,
tomorrow.
perfect then. Okay, tomorrow she'll share. Okay. Awesome. So, yeah, I would love to hear from anyone who would like to add more about what we said. Is there something that you have in addition to this class?
Shana is saying, water is living. Actually, I'm reading the chat now. You have said it in like 1 hour before, but you're saying water is a living being. Vidya is saying water carries memory. Yes, absolutely. Because, yeah, water carries memories because it is, I don't know how to explain it. Paridi, would you like to take it up? Because
Sorry, say that again. About what?
how water is a living being and how water carries memories.
Okay. Well, I mean, it's a whole session in it. Go onto YouTube and write the type memory of water, Emoto Masaru, and you'll find the whole information on it. Memory of water. There's a whole book on it as well. See, everything is living. Water is living. The whole cosmos is a living being. So it's not just water. It's everything is consciousness. So water has memory in terms like the experiments. That is the scientific experimentation that has been done. Who has asked that question?
Vidya. And
Vidya. Okay, Vidya, are you here? Are you still here? If you are here, I would like to see you
We have Shanu. She
because
has read the book. Uh,
yes. Well, hi, Shanu.
Hi, Pari.
Hi,
Yes,
Pari.
yes, Shanu. You want to say something?
No, I think that's what I just said. Like, I read the book and it says that water is it's a living being. So
Yeah.
whatever we say to water, it remembers. Um, like how Nandini showed the slides.
Mm-hmm.
Like, you know, so whatever we say, like our emotions or words, it makes the crystals accordingly, right? So when we say, like she showed one slide where they did an experimentation in a lake where it they tested the water before praying and after praying. So before praying, there were no crystals, and after the Buddhist monks, they prayed, and then they took the same water, and it had a beautiful, beautiful crystal. So whatever we say, it remembers. So same thing, our body, like we are almost like 70-80% water. So whatever we are saying, it remembers, and that's how I think we can heal also. Like they call hado water, right? They take the water and then they put the intention in the water and they drink and they heal themselves also. So that's all.
Absolutely. Wonderful. Wonderful, Shanu. And Vidya, if you're still here, at least raise your hand. I want to know if you're here or not before I say something. If you're not here, then I'm not gonna say.
I can
Um,
see Rita, but she's not responding, so we don't know.
okay, then because I was gonna give her a task.
Oh,
Whoever will ask a question will get a task, by the way, but that doesn't should not make you discouraged to ask a
Hi,
question. Please do.
hi, Pari. Sorry, I was unable to unmute myself.
Yes,
Yeah,
Vidya.
one thing I wanted to add was like from five years or so, I've been like whenever I drink water, I just say positive intention, or like this, the water I'm drinking is filled with full of love, joy, happiness, only positive affirmation before I drink, and I have been doing that, and my spiritual journey has uh, it's amazing. I'm unable to, discuss that right now, but I'm just wanted to say that water carries so much power. It's like, whenever we drink consciously, if we are putting in the positive affirmation and before drinking it, for food as well, before consuming it, just a few seconds that the food I'm consuming is giving me positivity, good health, and it will clear out all the negativity or anything positivity. If we talk about that and if we consume, there's like slowly we see a lot of changes
Mm-hmm.
that I
I
have
would like
like witnessed myself.
Yeah.
I would like to add, sorry, I spoke in between, but I would like to shift your words. Water is the medium. Your words carry the energies. Your words are powerful. So the words
Yeah,
that you're putting to that water is transmuting that back in your body.
yeah, the vibrations are absorbed by the water, right? So we are getting it back as positivity.
So it's a medium. But the what is powerful is what you're putting in. So the words are powerful.
Hmm. Yeah,
Absolutely. Thanks for that, Nandini. We just have 4 minutes. All I want to say is, guys, how many of you have the weekend is coming up? Tomorrow is Friday. How many of you are going to have some gatherings or meeting some people this weekend? Any plans this weekend? Shashi, any plans? Shashi ji? Neha is saying you have plans. What are your plans, Neha? What are you doing this weekend?
So we are going to meet few friends, ma'am. We are going to go to the farmhouse and just hang around and just have dinner
Wonderful.
together. Yeah.
Wonderful. Anyone else having any? Are you all just gonna sit at home? What is going on this weekend? Clotilda, what are you doing this weekend? I'm gonna be randomly asking if you don't answer my question. What are you doing this weekend? No plans. Tapasvi saying no plans. Okay. If you're not gonna, I'm gonna give a homework. Okay, for this weekend, especially Neha. Now that you're meeting friends, so I cannot unmute. Why you cannot unmute? Okay, I can. Anybody can unmute now. Yes.
Okay, yeah. Okay, yes, Pari ma'am. Yeah. So, sorry, I was trying to unmute myself and I was not able to. So, yeah. So, your question was like, do you have any plan in this weekend?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, not much, but today, luckily, because this year he joined, my son, he joined college. So, he's coming in this weekend. Even today, he's coming. So not much plan, but if the maybe the plan will be, which is right now I don't know, but we have some plan to go here and there, but not very big plan. Yeah.
Okay.
So going to spend time with him.
Okay. Awesome. So, by the way, guys, if anybody is having meeting people, the homework is be mindful about the words. Now Neha, you're meeting your friends, the conversation you will be, अरे यार ये इतना खराब है, अरे यार पता नहीं बच्चों के साथ प्रॉब्लम है, or this problem, or my knees are hurting, or any such conversations, any disempowering conversations that happen, you need to switch it. I want to know, I want to hear a case study of what happened, how did you switch it, and how did the conversation move after that. Okay, this is a case study. So anyone, if you're meeting new people and the conversation is happening the whole weekend, you have to make it powerful, empowering. Shift it. I'm tomorrow I'm meeting few people, and then day after I have a class in LA. So I will be working the same. Okay, so any conversations that don't just be like, it's okay, I don't want to say anything, is there, why should I say, don't be like that. I want you to take the power, shift the conversations, because this is a case study. This is a assignment for you. How would you switch the conversation to empowering? What would you do instead of saying, it's okay, I don't want to do anything, I know my stuff, why should I tell others? I don't want that attitude. I want you to shift it in a subtle way, with compassion, not rudely. Not saying, oh, I don't talk such words. No, don't be rude. With compassion, how would you switch? That is the assignment this weekend. Assignment, and I want to hear everything on Monday. What happened, what case study, how did you present? You can even put it on school, do a video and tell me of what, and I will be watching. I will be watching. That is the assignment. By the way, guys, these are the books written. I'm gonna take out the blur. Oops. The Power of Speech, written by Patriji, The Untold Truth, The Uncommon Truth, sorry. And there is one book in Hindi also, if anybody wants to read Hindi. These are all the books that are here, got from India. So if any of you in US want these books, let me know. And whatever, we don't sell these books, so just donate what you want, what you can, for the books, because Patriji books are never to be sold. So we don't sell them, so you can just give what you want, so we will send it to you. And right now getting anything from India is not happening because of the tariffs that have heightened 3 times 4 times. The books are, nothing is getting shipped. So I'm going to show the pyramids also I have, and the books also I have. I would love to share with them. I have done like a big lot of books, so if you want these books, I would love to ship it to you. So just letting you know that we have this. Okay, with that, we'll end this session. Thank you, guys. We'll see you tomorrow for the thoughts and thinking patterns. Bye bye, guys.